Hi everybody, I got many questions about the nature of the ketogenic 21-day meal plan and what is offered and what it's all about. So this video I'm going to walk through all the documents and the manuals that I'm going to give you about the keto. I will go briefly into things because on our meeting uh, the kickoff meeting for the challenge, I will go in detail about all of that stuff and answer all your questions. But I'm gonna just address the ones that I got back in the inquiry in the email. So your first thing that we're gonna go through is gonna be your here I'm gonna show you the recipes because you're like, what kind of food would I be eating on a ketogenic diet that has about 60 to 70% of it fat? So as far as you're gonna eat salads, like you got a Caesar, you got a tomato and cucumber, pistachio salad. It's all really good stuff. Kale salad here with a really cool vinaigrette, zucchini salad. You got a good amount, good options right here. And as far as your soups, you have some Portuguese kale soup. These you can also continue making after the challenge is over, just to expand your experience with cooking and knowledge with recipes. Some chicken also here included in what we're eating, chicken wings, avocado, eggs. So this is not ideal for a vegetarian person right away, I'll tell you right now. So it's going to be more towards eating lots of fat and organic protein, and few fruits and vegetables. You got here some more chicken curry, which is my favorite, pasta stuff. When it comes to the beef and meat, we get bison meatloaf, burgers, pork dishes. If you don't eat pork, you can substitute it with any other meat. That's not a problem. We'll talk about that soon in the next documents. But this is just a brief view of what the recipes are. You got seafood as well. If you don't eat shellfish, you don't have to. We can substitute that later. Here's some nice snacks that you can also include in the meal plan. Bone broth is very important. You can make your own, or you can buy some organic one from the marketplace or something. But that's going to be a staple thing that we're going to use, okay? We're going to move on to your next thing right here, your next document, which is going to be your guide. It's very important to read the guide. We're going to go through it also through the meeting, but I would like you also to read it. There's tons of research in there and links of where I've got my research and what you can learn about this, okay? You're going to definitely read the disclaimer, and it's only a 3-week program that's going to put you in a position where you're burning fat for energy and eating tons of fat at the same time, eating very low carb and moderate amount of protein. And in this guide, you're going to see some links that I have here for you to read more about some evidence that has to do with, saturated fats, and has to do about the low carb thing that we're doing, because technically keto is low carb and high fat. We're going to talk about the cholesterol. If you're worried about your cholesterol, you shouldn't be, because the keto should help you with increasing the good DHL in your body, which should balance the other one out. Also, some benefits here, why low carb can be good for you. We'll go through these and discuss them also in the meeting, and explaining what is ketosis. So it's when your body turns to away from the carbs, because you're going to go very low carb, and then your body will not have enough carb to burn for energy. What we're going to do is it's going to turn to the fat that you have that's stored and that we're eating. So you're continuously going to be burning fat, even when you're are not eating for long periods of time. You still should be fine as long as you don't introduce the carb beyond the allowance that you have. We're going to talk about energy versus burning fat versus burning sugar for energy. We'll discuss all that in the meeting. We're going to talk about your personal goals as well, but for now, what you're going to see here is we broke down everything in detail as far as your carb, protein, and fats. And we're doing the 15 for carbs, 25 protein, and 60 fat. We can also give you a calculator so you can calculate specific percentages in case you have different goals and you want to eat more and you want to figure out how much calorie you need. But this should be good for most of us if you're trying to lose weight and kind of get your metabolism going and lose as much fat fat as possible. Um, and we're going to adjust a little bit for men, of course, because you're probably going to eat a little bit more, and that's adding a little bit more. We'll talk about that in the meeting if there's any men. Otherwise, the way it is, it should be fine for women. I'm going to talk about how to avoid the keto flu, because you're going through a really drastic change when you go from eating everything to eating a very specific way. We're going to talk about all these strategies that you're seeing here briefly in the meeting. And of course, you're going to get this manual in the meeting, which you have 3-4 days before you actually get into the challenge itself. Some supplements that would really help you. Here's a list of it. We're going to talk. It helps sometimes, in increasing fat loss and regulating the blood sugar and reducing inflammation and all that stuff. Other stuff we're going to discuss is the cycling of the ketosis. We're going to discuss that in detail, and you can also test if you're in a ketosis state or not. Probably the cheapest way would be the strips. These are other options too that you can explore and see, and if you want to get that bought before the challenge, you can do so. Strips would be the cheapest way. You can find them on Amazon. And then a lot of the stuff that you're going to get, you can find in any like Whole Food Marketplace, and also like regular, some Safeway have some of that stuff. But these are your main ingredients that you're going to be needing. Besides the shopping list, we'll have everything in detail. So let's go ahead and go to the next thing. Here you have your checklist. So I made everything in a checklist, so you make sure you got everything you need before the challenge starts, and you should be good. Next, we got here a goal sheet. I would like for you to also provide that to you, because that would give you more focus and more dedication for your 21 days when you know why you're doing it. Because, it's a different change and it could be a huge change for some of you. So knowing why you're doing this and always going back to your why, especially when you're excited in the beginning, is a very good way to keep you going for the 21 days. Here we have your macro breakdown to get you to really understand that macros in this keto challenge is very important. So everything on the meal plan that you're going to see it's here, how many calories per day, how many grams of fat, carbs and fiber, sugar and protein per day. Also vitamins and cholesterol if some of you is really concerned. Okay, feel free to share this with your doctor if you have any concerns. But if you do have concerns, I would definitely have you talk to your doctor about that before you start. Here's week 1, week 2, and week 3. It's all broken down for you, so you know what you're doing, what we're doing here. I also put a swap list and substitution in case there's things you can't eat, don't like to eat, but it's limited to the list you see here for the proteins, for the fats, and for the veggies. So if you see a veggie thing that you don't like, you can swap with the stuff that you like. Same thing with the proteins. If you don't eat certain things or allergic to certain things, you do have a good variety here to choose from. And this is all the fats that we're probably allowed to use. Hopefully you have them. If not, you can buy them from the store, but widely available. Fruits, very limited to only these because they're high antioxidants, very low calorie comparing to the other fruits. Next here I have also a guide to transition out of keto. That is important, so we'll talk about that later, but read it first and you're provided with all the information, because after a challenge people have a hard time transitioning, even not from just keto, from any type of a meal plan to just like, what do I do next? So this will really help you. Okay, here is the meal plan for week 1, for example. So where you're adding for Monday, this is your breakfast, and this is your lunch, dinner, and 1 snack is what you're going to get. But you have to understand this is high fat items. It will keep you full for longer. So if it looks like to you, oh, I eat 5 or 6 times a day, don't be scared. This would be fine. You will feel okay. You will feel full and satisfied. So it's only 3 meals and 1 snack. Okay, here's a few minutes for you to look at it. It's normal food, nothing special, okay? And you get with every week a shopping list, exactly what you're going to get per week. And you have week 1, week 2, and week 3. And that's everything that you're going to get in the challenge, besides, of course, your daily support, your daily emails. We're going to be on a private app that we share information and contact and email and messaging and all that stuff. So we don't have to use Facebook, but even though I do have a Facebook created for us also. You also get your body scans done in the beginning and at the end, and you get unlimited sessions, Monday through Sunday. So 7 days a week we have classes, different variety of classes. Um, that's that. If you have any questions, feel free to reply back to the email, or give us a call and let us know how we can help you. Alrighty? Thank you.